When you get hit in this game, you're fully stuck on the entire chain. You just can't escape it.
This is...
Eve, the tracks end somewhere around here. Seems like this might be a good place to hide.
Right, okay. Going in.
We don't know what's inside. Tread carefully.
It's hard to guess what they do. The camera does not go high enough, so it's... Where's the candles here? He's alive. Barely.
Who is it?
Oh, there he is.
Su, it's me. How are you?
Angel. How? Well, I guess you've already figured everything out, if you managed to find me here. As you can see, I let my guard down. I'm lucky to be alive, but I couldn't fight after my right arm was injured. All I could do was run and hide here. I barely made it, but I managed to get the parts for Enya's legs. Though it was pointless. I wasn't strong enough to get back.
What possessed you to do something so dangerous? And without even telling Enya?
Well, I wasn't able to do anything for Enya. If it wasn't for you, I would...
Stop talking like that! Let's go back. Right now. Enya needs you.
I feel like I'm almost annoyed listening. Wait, what? I thought I was gonna be able to talk to... That's the only reason as to why I didn't... Oh, whatever. Like, I almost feel like I'm annoyed at times when I listen to Eve talk. Like, her very, like, childish, like, decision-making and somewhat poor choice of words just straight up makes me annoyed in some of these dialogues. Like, for somebody who is this capable of survival and hand-to-hand combat, her actual, like, emotional intelligence is nigh zero. Which makes sense on her character. We'll see where that develops. Also, I can imagine a few reasons as to why he would not tell Enya about leaving to try to get her legs. One big reason that I would resonate myself with very easily would be that if I, in that scenario, like, I'm assuming that they are partners, or maybe were partners in their earlier lives, I suppose, which is why Su seems to have such strong feelings towards Enya. You can see the same way as with Adam and Eve in this game, where, like, Su, whenever he talks about Enya, he almost chokes on his own words at times and his own thoughts when he's expressing them. whenever he's talking about Enya. So it's very obvious that they have some kind of stronger connection than just being friends. Either maybe even brother and sister. It could also be lovers, as I said. Maybe girlfriend, boyfriend, or maybe wife and husband, maybe previous life or whatever. It's very obvious that he has strong affection towards her. And in that situation, if I was Su and I would feel before leaving on this journey, I would feel like if I told Enya how I feel about her condition now that... Okay, here's the thing. Let's set the scene here a bit. So, Su, when we first meet him and Enya, he's already ready to give up on Enya fully. Because, like, he has been in that dark and hopeless place with Enya in that relationship for so long amount of time to that point when we first meet them, that he has accepted that Enya is lost. Like, he has basically made his peace with the person that Enya used to be, and she no longer was that person anymore. Which is why he's so quiet and so like reserved and so sad at the start when we meet him. Like, he's not excited to talk about Enya whatsoever, and he wasn't even slightly optimistic about us even having the chances to even fix Enya, but he was willing to see if we could do anything to it. And now that he sees that there actually is a spark of hope, because Enya's like upper part of the body and clearly her thinking processes and like the normal like intelligent behaviors that make up what Enya is were able to be constructed again by Lily, then Su saw that there actually is a possibility where they could actually go somewhat back to their former lives. And now, because he sees that there is a possibility, now the drive in his life to try to do the best he possibly can for this other person that he deeply cares about has been reignited again. Now, what this meant to him is that if he goes and he talks to Enya before leaving on this journey after experiencing that, then Enya might feel that because of the request that Su is making, trying to like complete her, I suppose, by giving her legs so that she can move again and become like better than she currently is, I feel like Su feels like that would emotionally hurt Enya and throw maybe some discourse between the two, because Enya feels in this situation that it's a somewhat hopeless fever dream to try to help her to be able to walk again, because she doesn't believe that it could be possible. So if she doesn't believe that it could be possible, then she might be offended by Su's request or like his proposal for what he could do to help further. So that hurtfulness that she might feel from it, it might throw some discourse in the relationship further, and if Su fails in delivering his own proposal, which is giving her the legs, then that only means that there's more discourse between the two, because he failed in the one and only thing that he needed to be able to prove that the situation could actually be better rather than having it be just a hopeful dream, you know? While if he does not tell Enya that he's going on this journey to try to secretly help her, if she does not tell this, then Enya does not have any reason to be resentful whatsoever towards Su, because the only thing she knows is that a person that she cares about is now gone for some reason. So there's just a blank wall of just the unknown, and that in some scenarios can be better than the other person knowing, because sometimes not knowing hurts less than knowing. Especially when it comes to people who have a deep connection in relationship or affection towards each other. Sometimes not knowing is lesser pain than knowing. But at the same time, it's always more right for the other person to be in the know rather than be in the not knowing scenario. But yet, because of the different motivations that drive humans, it is very often that we pick the not knowing option when we are secretly trying to assist somebody, because we believe that if we do things differently and everything does not pan out, then maybe the discourse and the negative effects of what we did outgrow the positive good ideologies that we were trying to follow. But yeah, I think that was a little too philosophical. Let's move on. Yeah, if you listen to my Nier Automata gameplay, you're gonna hear what I just said like 1,000 times over on all of the highlights. I sometimes spoke for like an hour straight without stopping, just because I was so enthusiastic about following the game's enriching storytelling. But this game's storytelling is not bad by any means, but I feel like it's a lot more like this game's storytelling is a bit more on them guiding the player's hand way rather than being so much so like philosophical thinking and just like concluding all of the context together to build up a bigger image. This game does it too, but I feel like it's easier to understand what is going on in this game than it is in Nier Automata. But both games, if you try, especially in Nier Automata, if you try, you will understand a lot more than the average person following the story. But I'm not gonna go and pretend like it's easy, exactly. That's why when I was playing Nier Automata as well, I always said that for a person who plays the game just normally and like takes the information in that is given and just uses only that information to conclude or to construct the story, they are not getting anywhere near as much out of the game as a person who picks up all of the context and tries to combine it together with all kinds of different
Angel, you'll need useful information. Did you know that there is an information
ways that they can possibly be concluded together? What are you?
You! Angel! Fancy learning a little bit about history?
Okay, of course his name is Luther.
Me! I'm very interested!
My goodness! Now that's what I call a surprise. It's wonderful to hear that you're interested. The citizens here are too exhausted or jaded to truly appreciate the wonders of history.
Well, I'm not exactly.
I'm especially interested in organic civilizations, like the organic humans that lived before us. Unfortunately for us, not many records remain intact.
This guy seems very organic.
Refusing to listen to others, I see.
Don't you find it odd? Even if history was neglected, it's strange there is zero mention of organic humans. It's almost as if it's forbidden knowledge. See? Isn't this exciting? Ha! Of course it is. Curiosity is what drives humanity. We're always learning. Listen, I came up with an idea while wondering where to get records of organic humans. I heard that you visited the Hall of Records over in 8-7. Is that true? And you managed to retrieve a hypercell?
That may be true, but...
Yes!
In the process,
Then
I
please,
also shut
grant
down
my
the
wish.
entire library.
I'd like you to get information on organic humans from the information terminal at the Hall of Records. I have total faith in you.
Yeah, I don't think
Please,
that's possible.
please.
But the Hall of Records is already...
Eve! You should be able to connect to the information terminal via the door switch by the entrance.
Lily, would you like to come along?
What can I say? I'm curious. Of course I'd like to learn more about the civilization that came before us.
Okay. I'll try to look for it the next time I'm in Eidos 7.
I knew it! You and I have something in common after all. All right then, I'll be right here, patiently awaiting your return. Go, run along!
Yeah, I'm going.
That guy is either too excited, or he might actually be losing his mind a bit.
Eve!
Where's Su?
What happened to Su? Nothing bad happened to him, right?
No. Don't worry. He was out on a ridiculous expedition, searching for some rare equipment that would help you walk.
What?
Then things took a turn for the worse, and he found himself trapped in the wasteland. Su, won't you come in? Do you want to tell her the rest?
Enya. Well... So...
Su.
I'm... sorry.
You thought I wanted to walk?
Well...
Of course I do. But...
well...
Walking is meaningless if it means losing you.
Enya,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I felt so useless just waiting around, watching. I wanted to help. I just wanted to see you walk again. That's all. Really. I'm sorry.
Never do that again. I mean it. Never again.
Well, please tell me that they actually construct her legs at least.
Tommy. Dead or alive.
Oh yeah, the forbidden place. Surely. Oh fuck yeah. Su is once again never nowhere to be seen.
Eve.
Wait,
You're
where did that
here.
Thanks one machine go that
I
was...
can finally set my mind at ease.
It's so good to see you singing again, Enya.
I see you're busy. Please come back whenever you can.
Thank you. Your song is wonderful. Stay safe, Enya.
You know... What was that one green machine that was somehow fueling her? What was the purpose of that? I thought she was like in a like life support, like some kind of very strong like IV drip or something. I thought that was the purpose of that, but now she's a bit able to live without it easily, so yeah, I don't know what that's about.